rumblings that ain't level, but the shit is fire.
Baby, let's get
Hold on, wait, you gotta hear this shit.
You heard her about her persona, but you met her in person. What do you?
She's a baby doll, sweetheart. But we already know this. All right,
Because people think she's, and then when you meet her in person, you're like,
yeah, it's just a perception that everybody else has. But once they get past that part, she's normal, just like us. Just like real people, That's the difference. When you're authentic, people can't take it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I mean, because people say the same thing about me. They're like, well, I thought you was gonna be an ass. And I'm like, bro, I'm so sweet. You know what I mean? And I feel like she'll just handle people how they treat her. And that's just what it is. And that's just law with anything. Yeah.
Let's start with this today.
Everybody always wanna know what my life is really like. So listen.
First, my name Jaguar. Don't address me different. I don't know you from a can of paint, son. My enemy can be your personal choice. Don't lace up till it's time to run. Ain't scared, never been scared, gon' be scared, and that's a fact, yeah. You should be questioning me. Truly, I've always been a fact, there. I'm not a narcissistic thirst bucket, no, just self-aware. Aware you've been thinking about me too much. Time to come up for air. Your opinion in the universe of me rates about a 0. Now go add value to that somewhere else and find a new hero. Vicarious living is death, covered up in a whole lot of coveting. This ain't church, so why you got a plate in your hand? Cause baby, I ain't offering, but you can take this 2 cents right here to the store and go and get a snack. Then sit on the curb and figure from which hand you just got smacked to turn up.
You want it?
Time for the turn up. Turn up.
And for it.
Time for the turn up. Turn up.
Everybody wanna know about celebrity friends and why I gained weight, my marriage and all that. What else?
Time with the Roots was cool, Jake was great, and Cat Williams, yes, amazing.
For real though.
All it means is cool people enjoy my talents and my company. See, I make me experience, shape me, but here today I made me self-reliant, don't waste a fight, and don't see that change until I'm dying. Far as waking, chalk it up to depression, married and asshole. Dark days, storms, then made it to the end of the rainbow. Found me a pot, gold named Sam. I love being his mother. Might do it one more time, honestly, because it's such an honor. Always wanted a real life for real love, something that was on my true definition of fame is to be alone in the sunshine. Turn up, time for the turn up.
You wanted it.
Turn up.
It is.
Time for the turn up. Turn up. Time for the turn up.
You asked for it.
Turn up.
What?
Time for the turn up. Turn up. Yo, everything in this world that glitter and gold.
Ain't that the damn truth?
Gain the world, lose your soul.
Pretty much.
Everything that glitters ain't gold. You gain the world just to lose your soul. Hey, everything that glitters ain't gold. You gain the world just to lose your soul. No shame in loving God, though the world may see God's failure. Good things they do take time. Take yours, I take mine. No point in lying for it, might end up dying for it. We all get what we deserve, some help deserves some way to be served. My pride is my right, and my right is my life. Rich if I want to, might miss the real truth. To be more understanding, to be more forgiving, to compromise, to believe God.
I did.
Y'all always want to ask some questions, right? Did that answer it for you?
Dos,
Come on, man.
uno, dos, tres, up on us up.
Turn up. So they didn't say me. You wanted it.
Try again, Troll Farm. Thank you, Kat. Thank you for that acknowledgement. You know, I think people tend to misunderstand me. You know, I think because I'm strong and because I'm patient and because I'm really not as judgmental as people like to say I am. I'm actually quite understanding. But when I see just how desperate people have become, it really, 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 really just does bother me. Come on, Rob. Come on now. You gotta get your feet up off the ground. I'm not gonna rush this too much today. 222 in the building. Ooh. Maybe one day, Ralph. Maybe one day. Mr. Boston, who doesn't care that I know his actual real government name. Oh, yeah. You know, I just don't get it. I don't get why people are so committed to just not. Well, I didn't receive the award at the White House. I received it right here in Mar-a-Lago at this picture, at the president's private home and residence. But thank you so much. You know, they've really been trying to find a way to jam me up and to make my life terrible in the public eye so nobody will take the prestige of that award seriously. Now, what happened? Who's Rob? Oh, the video, the double dutch video. That man's name is Rob. The one that fell down and bust his head wide open. That's Rob. And I use Rob's failed attempt at double dutch to show the troll farm. No, I don't think Angie Stone passed. Roberta Flack did pass away. And may she rest in heaven. But I don't believe Angie Stone is gone. But if she is, I'll check up on that. And y'all already know. I'm going to let you know the truth. I've known Angie a long time. Long time. And we haven't talked in years. But salute to Angie Stone, the true mother of Neo Soul. And as a maven and a matriarch of the Neo Soul era and generation. And in my opinion, I don't care what nobody says. Why do people keep, you know what? I'm going to have to go and look this up because people keep saying it. Wait a minute. So much happens in my life. There's so much I miss on a regular basis. You know, they have all kinds of videos here online saying that I passed away. And I'm sitting here, I'm looking at her Wikipedia, and the one thing that I know about Google and Wikipedia is soon as somebody kicked the bucket, they own it. And she is still listed here as alive. at the tender age of 63. So yeah, guys, wait a minute, hold on a second. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, this is another Wikipedia and hold on, let me see this. Let me see this. Hold on. Wow. Wow. Are you kidding me? Honey. Honey. Oh, he's knocked out. Well, guys, let's get it for the record. Angela Laverne Brown, born December 18th, 1961, and passed away March 1st, 2025. Known professionally as Angie Stone, was an American singer, songwriter, actress, and record producer. She rose to fame in the late 1970s as a member of the hip hop trio The Sequence. And in the early 1990s, she became a member of the R&B trio Vertical Hold. Stone then signed with Arista Records, and we know whose record company that was. Clive Davis. To release her debut solo album, Black Diamond, in 1999. It was such a great album. It really was. It really is. Which received gold certification by the Recording Industry Association of America, the RIAA, and spawned the single No More Rain in This Cloud. After transitioning to J Records, also owned by Clive Davis, she released her second album, Mahogany Soul 2001, which spawned the hit single, I Wish I Didn't Miss You. I can't eat, I can't sleep anymore. Waiting for love to walk through that door. I wish I didn't miss you anymore. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It was followed by Stone Love 2004 and The Art of Love and War 2007. I remember when she was recording Stone Love, we were both recording at Blakesley, Raphael Sadiq's record label, record house, Blakesley Recordings in the Valley in LA. Man, I remember when she was writing that project. I was working on divorcing Neo to marry Soul and finishing that up. And it was so awesome. Angie Stone in one room, Jaguar Wright in the other room, Raphael Sadiq, just creating all kinds of amazing. The Art of Love was released in 2007. Her first number one album on the US Billboard Top R&B Hip Hop chart. Stone ventured into acting in the 2000s, making her film debut in the 2002 comedy film Hot Chick, and her stage debut in 2003 in the role of Big Mama Morton in the Broadway musical Chicago. She has since appeared in supporting roles in films and television series, as well as several musical productions, including VH1's Celebrity Fit Club and TV1's R&B Divas. I'm so glad I didn't do that show. They wanted me for R&B Divas LA, and then they canceled it. Man, that was a bullet that I dodged. And movies such as Fighting Temptations in 2003, which of course you know Cuba Gooding Jr., Diddy Doo-Wop, Commander, and Bebe Ase was in that film as well. Pastor Brown in 2009 and Schoolgirls in 2010. Stone has been nominated for 3 Grammy Awards and has won 2 Soul Train Lady of Soul Awards. In 2001, she received the Soul Music Icon Award at the Black Music Honors. In 2024, she was a featured vocalist on Damon Little's No Stressing, which peaked at number 1 on the Billboard Gospel Airplay chart. Angie Stone is survived by 2 children. Her daughter Diamond, who was born in 1984 and is from her marriage to Rodney Stone, also known as Lil Rodney C, from the hip-hop group Funky 4+1. Diamond contributed background vocals to Stone's 2007 song Baby. Diamond gave birth to Stone's grandson in 2008 and another grandchild in July 2012. During the 90s, Stone was in a relationship with neo-soul singer D'Angelo. They had a son named Michael D'Angelo Archer II, and he was born in 1998. I remember that. Stone lives in Atlanta, or that's where she lived until she passed, with her son Michael and her daughter Diamond. In March 2015, it was reported that Stone, you know what, we're not even going to talk about that because that really doesn't matter. What it does say here, though, is that she was dealing with the effects of type 2 diabetes for some time. Stone is an honorary member of Zeta Phi Beta sorority. She was inducted July 2024 at the sorority's Boule in Indianapolis, Indiana. It makes me sick. I remember me and Angie's last performance that we did together before they started moving her around on the circuit and moving me around on the circuit. It was me, her, and Lettucey at the Showboat Casino and Hotel with my Gans. She was so happy because she loved gambling at the Showboat, and she got to go to the show and see her baby, come to the foundation room and hang out, and then she got to push on and have herself a time. CC. It snowed that night, and we thought they were going to have to cancel the concert. And I'll never forget, Angie came up to me and she says, Jag, they talking about shutting down the show. I don't want to shut this show down. I think people still gonna come out. She said, I know Lettucey's gonna go. Jag, you You here? And I said, girl, my family is here. We are in Atlantic City. This is the East Coast. People know how to drive in snow. And we went on and we did our show that night. And it was really wonderful. We had sold the tickets, but I think we had 2/3 capacity that came out. But that was such a good time. It really was. It was a good time. Me, Angie, and let us see what a show in Atlantic City. And we had to talk about all the things that went wrong in the backdrop with the business. Wow, I wasn't expecting to start the live this way this morning. Let's take a moment of silence for Angie Stone. Just take a moment. Um she was an angel. Let's put some sevens in the chat for Angie Stone. Angela Laverne Stone. You're one of the greatest artists I ever got the pleasure to work with. You truly were our inspiration on so many levels. You know, if it wasn't for Angie being brave enough to blend hip hop and soul together with a gospel flair, neo soul might have never happened. Salute to Angela Laverne Stone. I'm dubbing you now the mother of neo soul. And if anybody tries to tell you different, tell them come talk to me. As someone who is a major foundation layer in the neo soul community, I would be well within my rights to declare myself the godmother of neo soul. But I'm telling you right now, Angie Stone, that's the true mother of neo soul. It was all of her fearless dedication and everything that she did that made it possible for us that came after her to have a career doing great music. And look at what we let happen to it. We let people like Jay-Z and Diddy come in and destroy it. We let people like Clive Davis and Leor Cohen pervert it. We let people like Alicia Keys sit there and accept the accolades that came along with her being signed to J Records when the truth is Angie Stone built that company. Everything that Alicia Keys is right now, she owes to Angie Stone, the mother of neo soul. For the cheap seats, the mother of neo soul. Don't laugh at Odell snoring. He's tired. He don't even know what's going on right now. Ah. Same thing they tried to do to my career is the same thing they did to Angie's career. Fixed her up, set her up, moved her around. You know, last year Angie was starting to speak out and she was talking about D'Angelo, and I knew they was about to take that whole story and use it to weave something up about her. My God. And now we got another one gone. Another good one. While people are worrying about mortgaging their houses to go and see a Beyonce show. It's unbelievable. It's just unbelievable. I hope everybody takes the time to post the Angie Stone song today. Real rap. Let us not forget. We got two amazing women who just so happen to be black, but they're American. Roberta Flack and Angie Stone. May they rest in heaven. Like you don't understand what this is for me. Like discovering this news with you. Me sitting here telling y'all Angie's not dead at all. I did the exact same thing when Gerald Levert passed away. I got 5 phone calls and then I got on the phone with his bodyguard, Big Joe. I called him Big Baby. And I said, Big Baby, I keep getting these strange phone calls. Say it ain't so, Joe. Say it ain't so. And he said, I wish I could tell you that, baby girl, but I can't. He gone. She gone. And I was on a train and on my way back from New York back home to Philadelphia, and I literally fell out on the train. Listen to me. Everybody knows who the bad guys are and aren't in the game. The problem is that back then, if you wanted to make it, you had to go through the bad guy. Happened today. It's the first of the month. It's the first of the month. And this is how it's starting off. We lose so many great people. We lose so many great people and we do not honor and acknowledge them as we should. To Diamond and to Little Michael, your mother was one of the most amazing artists ever. I hope y'all know that. I mean, without a doubt, I hope y'all know that. And please do not let her catalog be taken from y'all. Please make sure y'all are in control of her records. Please make sure. Make sure. Because I'm telling you, they gonna try to rifle through her catalog just like they did my godmother Betty Wright. And that's how Clive run. Diamond and Michael, get your lawyers ready. They're coming for your mama's catalog. Don't let them have her catalog. You fight them tooth and nail. And if you need a community to stand behind y'all and support y'all, Jag Nation ain't got no problem. They stole from that woman and gave that woman so much trouble in her life. Imagine what they'll do on her death. Y'all better leave her catalog alone. That belongs to her children. Hey, Grace.
Hi, Petey. You all right?
I'm baffled.
Mm-hmm.
I'm baffled.
12.
Oh, look, there you go at Mar-a-Lago.
Mm-hmm.
They really don't take it seriously, do they? While they're busy running around
Mm-hmm.
trying to discredit me, trying to stalk
Mm-hmm.
me, trying to hunt me. Real things are happening in this world. Oh, yeah, let's
Absolutely.
not forget about Miss Wallace. Miss Wallace going too. It always comes
I
in
saw that.
threes, G's.
Mm-hmm.
Irv, that's a mess. And so is Gene Hackman. Oh, Angie was done so wrong. But I'm telling y'all, Diamond and Michael, do not let them people play with your mother's royalties.
Mm-hmm.
All of that she did for y'all. Don't you let nobody rob you of what your mama left behind for you. Because that's exactly what they'll do. I know exactly how they are. Yeah, the Gene Hackman is crazy. I'm sorry, Grace. Is it just me? Or did I not say like 3 months ago, a lot of people are about to die?
You're being polite. You said it. You said it further along the way than that.
I know. But I know how hard a time people had believing me.
That's all right. Fuck 'em. Tell them the truth.
Oh my
They
God.
don't. They don't listen, and they don't learn, and they never will. So tell them the truth.
Meanwhile, I have someone who's actively on this app right now stalking me.
Oh,
And the dog. Don't forget the dog.
girl, who dog they done got?
Gene Hackman, his wife,
They got him,
and the
his wife,
dog.
and the dog.
The dog, child.
The dog.
They got the dog. You remember, and this is not me being funny, but the second that I heard it, the first thing that I thought about was Coming to America, the original one. When
Mm.
Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall came to get the apartment and they was trying to, be humble. And they was trying to live a humble life.
Mm-hmm.
And so they went and got themselves a little crappy apartment.
I
And when the
remember.
guy went to go show him the apartment, and they had the family etched there, the man etched out on the floor. They had it all chalked off and in tape. Remember,
Mm-hmm.
they had him chalked off, his cane chalked off, and they had the dog chalked off.
Mm-mm.
And he looked at them. He was like, "Yeah, I can give it to you relatively cheap. A blind man used to live in here. Yeah, man, he took it, the dog, everything. It's a damn shame what they did to that dog."
Mm-hmm.
And not to be funny, but that's the first thing that came to my mind.
No, like you gotta laugh to keep from crying, but like people, they got the dog.
That's the first thing that it reminded me of.
How rude can it get? What did the dog get? Like, did they say that the dog headed
And
to
the
another
dog was
or
found.
something?
I don't know if the dog was
Not the
found in
dog.
the closet, but if the dog was found in the closet, do you know what it sounds like to me, Grace? It sounds
Mm,
like somebody asked Mr. Hackman a question and they didn't like his answer.
mm,
Because I'm telling you right now, for a close knit family, like you got the owners and you got the dog and all of that, a lot of times people share their food with their animals.
mm.
I got a feeling. And the dog. Oh, yeah, Jennifer Lopez, her stylist, she left him while he was expiring out of nowhere over there. What is it, over there, Dubai? Oh, yeah.
Not people that getting sick out there in Dubai since when?
From pneumonia.
Since when?
I mean,
Since
I'm sorry,
when?
pneumonia.
Since when are people
She
expiring
not,
from pneumonia in Dubai?
oh, wait, Tommy Scoville in the house. Y'all shout out the lifeboat.
Hi,
Oh,
Tommy.
my goodness. Oh, Tommy, I'm doing great. They just stalking me again. They always
Mm,
stalking me, Tommy. They stalking me right now. They sitting online stalking me. Sure was. That's
mm.
why I came online. Because I wanted to talk about how these people stalking me.
Girl, not that
I'm
they
sitting here.
stalking.
See, I got my red bathing suit on and my sister Mia got me.
Hey,
I'm about to go get me some sun
everybody should
and
go
do a
get them
little
some sun instead of staying all in the
calisthenics.
house talking.
I just, oh my God. I just don't get it.
You know what they should do? They should get PETA involved. Because once the animals are being mistreated, PETA is very good at finding out justice for the animals. Maybe we should enlist them.
Yeah.
I'm
Hey,
serious.
Ayasha.
Hello,
Hey,
peace.
Queen Mother.
Hey, Grace.
Oh God.
Please.
How y'all doing in the chat?
Angie Stone was speaking out, and Angie knew a lot of the same things that I know about Clive Davis to be true.
Mm.
The thing is they're gonna blame it all on her health. They're gonna blame it all on her weight. They're gonna call it natural causes, and ain't nobody gonna bother to take time to really look in. Oh, Madge's here. All the gang's all here. Hey, Madge.
Hello.
Hey, cousin.
That's a shocking to me. I would have never thought. I mean, of course, we all gotta go, but for her to go this soon is like, wow.
Just as she was beginning
Yeah,
to start her campaign to go after Clive Davis for all he did wrong. He about to rob them kids. I'm telling you.
Mm.
Yeah, she did a video about Diddy too. Yup.
Mm.
I'm telling you. Then that weird stuff. Oh my, it's just Salamanti, Leah. All the people. There are no coincidences. But I tell you what I do know. With all of these deaths and all of these strange occurrences, what makes y'all think they don't want me gone?
Right.
They found a way to wrangle up Wendy Williams. People who know all of the real things, and y'all don't think that they want me gone? I think they poison those people. I think they poison the Hackmans. And I think the Hackmans might have fed something to one of them dogs. I bet you they can find the evidence of what happened to them in that dog. Because that's what it sounds like to me.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it sounds like to me. And I don't understand how people can see this and not be outraged.
People like living in a bubble of ignorance.
Oh my God.
We like not knowing. Everything is a coincidence.
You know, there is an old African proverb: to not know is bad, but to want to not know is worse. And there's a lot of people in this world who just don't want to know no more.
Especially when the evidence is right there in your face. And they choose to ignore.
Tommy, they was live this morning threatening me and Maggie. What you done, Maggie?
Be beautiful like she is. Be
They
strong.
just love lying about me,
And have a
talking
cookout
about
by her
my
house,
supposed only fan.
They want to be you. They want to create.
Listen, we all know Danny Robertson would do anything to be a black woman, so we can understand why she's so upset with our existence. Ralph the Wise is just clearly being, he got recruited by Storm Monroe, and Storm Monroe was recruited by Tasha K. So,
They said she was killed in a car crash.
Wait,
who?
What?
Somebody just said R.I.P. Angie Stone, killed in a car crash, suspicious. After calling out Clyde Davis and Diddy. I'm done.
What? Is this real?
Yes, I just read the Wikipedia. Angie's dead. You were snoring. They was laughing at you. No, because I was sitting there doing a moment of silence and all they could hear is you snoring. And I told them to stop laughing at you because you ain't know what was going on. And you laughing now.
No, that's
Well, no, because you sitting there. I'm saying, sevens in the chat.
Her. What the fuck?
Irv Gotti. But a car crash. So it wasn't her diabetes. It was a car. Y'all know what this means, right? We got work to do.
Yep.
We got work to do. I kept telling everybody they gonna get rid of everybody. It's always better with no witnesses. I don't think people truly understand what the word RICO means.
It means rich.
If you tell them Rico Suave doesn't play like that.
It's always better. She had so much dirt on Clyde and Diddy.
But motherfuckers still be faking their deaths. How about that? Car crash? Come on.
No disrespect, Angie ain't got enough to fake her death. But it would be an interesting way of getting somebody in the witness protection program.
Exactly.
Like Uncle Ron. Indeed.
Especially if they know that the trap is closing in on them. They need to protect those people.
Yep.
Why do y'all think they going so hard after me?
Oh my God, yes.
Cash Patel.
And then Cash Patel.
And he knows what's up. Like, he knows.
And y'all think these people don't want me unalive? Y'all out of your mind. If y'all knew some of the conversations that we don't have with y'all publicly, you probably would be terrified. We just don't operate in the spirit of fear around here.
Right.
Oh no.
But the funny thing is, When Bobby was starting to speak up against Clive and speaking out for his daughter and his beloved wife, he got ran off the road and hit by a car too, and barely survived. And his sister Leola talks about it. Yeah, this don't feel right. But it would make sense why they going so hard.
Little
They're
fires
terrified.
everywhere. Yep.
They're terrified.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's gotta be bad when I don't go live on my channel, but I did sit with you, Madge. I was busy working. Me and Odell were busy working. And then I pop in to give a morning update and just say hey, because I don't always like, the family to worry about me, especially when things is as hot as they are. And then the next thing I know, Ralph Boston is live online. And when we say Ralph Boston, we are talking about none other. Just in case y'all don't know who Ralph Boston is, let's give you a quick tutorial.
First of all, we must internalize the flatulation of the matter by transmitting the effervescence of the Indonesian proximity in order to further segregate the crux of my venereal infection. Now, if I may retain my liquids here for one moment, I'd like to continue the redundance of my quote-unquote intestinal tract. See, because to preclude on the issue of world domination would only circumvent.
That's what we talking about.
Do you know that because you were late, for the live, because you were talking to us on the phone, he was like, Jag, you're being late. Is it because we know that we went into your studio, the police was called, blah, blah, blah. They came into the thing.
What did he say?
Oh, yes. He admitted it about
No. He said what?
What did he say?
He said that you were late because you were waiting for the end of his life because the police was called at your studio and that you were scared of that. That's what he said.
That's fine.
Oh, that's what he said?
Mm-hmm.
So he calling the police on people.
Yep.
My bad, y'all. They playing on my device. I had to switch over. Who calling the police now?
Ralph the Wise. That's what he said. He said that's why Jag is taking so much time before going live.
Yeah, but I was talking to y'all.
He doesn't know that because, for once, you don't have actual spy in the house.
Yeah.
Not that they, once again, calling them people. Didn't we talk about that yesterday, man?
So he said that they sent police to my studio?
Yes, he said that.
Mm-hmm.
That's why, Jag. That's why he's gonna get the first person. No, I ain't gonna say that. He know. We already know.
Oh, so that's how desperate y'all are?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So I already know.
The question is, were they police?
No, they wasn't.
That's the question. See, Ralph, because I know you're watching. I mean, it was so disturbing. I literally set up that live and I was listening to him because I wanted to see exactly how closely he watches me. And literally, the second that I posted it, the post wasn't even up for a minute, stating that the live was about to happen. And he instantly pulls it up on my community wall where I shared it and shows it. And starts reading it. And telling me how I pop myself. They know exactly where well, if y'all knew exactly where I was, why didn't you send the police there? Why would you send them to a studio where no one is?
No, don't say no one's there. There's people there.
Well, I mean, yeah, the other people that are there that we work with, that we share the space with, but I mean, if y'all want to run up on them, good luck.
It's gonna be a problem.
Ain't that something?
But they don't know no people in LAPD.
No, the question is this. Why were police sent to my studio?
The 911 calls will be delivered.
Oh, I'm sure, because there's going to have to be a 911 call. And see, this is the thing. If y'all actually made a 911 call,
then we send it to
then what you did was break the law. It's called false reporting.
So you know who.
What I do find interesting is if they got the information from YouTubers and they thought it was compelling enough to show up at 4 a.m. in the morning stalking. If they had accurate information, I mean, I guess we can be honest about it now.
You gotta stop talking. Don't say so much.
I'm not saying much of anything. I'm asking a question. I'm asking a question.
Don't kick the chair.
Okay, never mind. I won't say anything else.
Ask your question.
No, because you've already made a big deal about it, and I'm just not going to do it now.
Ask your question. I just said don't kick the chair. But they're all gonna go to jail.
Kick what chair?
Never mind. It's a.
No, I know what you're saying, and I just said kick what chair.
You know what I'm saying.
Meaning I'm leaving it alone.
No, ask your question.
No, there's nothing to ask. You're absolutely right. Why let them know anything? I tell you one thing, and this is the last thing that I have to say about it. If they weren't police, who the fuck did y'all send to that address?
Again, don't kick the chair.
I'm not kicking anything.
That's what I'm saying. Because all that stuff is gonna get figured out. But I don't want to be. No.
That's how desperate y'all are to try to make me look afraid. Really? That's how bad it is. Y'all need these people to believe that I'm afraid of you. Y'all need these people to believe that y'all have the upper hand in my life somehow. Like, y'all need people to believe like y'all sitting here. He actually called himself paparazzi. There's internet paparazzi now? I never heard of the internet paparazzi.
Me neither.
To be considered paparazzi, you actually have to be registered as a photographer. You actually have to have credentials. Where are yours, sir? You say you have a business and it's registered online? That's what you say.
You don't have a business. You have a business.
I'm just curious.
You got a business, not a business.
You say you have. Oh, I'm sorry. He is a business. A bid. I heard you. I heard you. I heard you, baby. Are you a registered photographer? Are you a registered journalist? Are you with the Associated Press? Are you with the Getty Films? Like, I'm trying to figure out how somebody who puts pictures of a child with no clothes on, a child under the age of 5 with no clothes on their Discord. See, and that's the thing. That's the thing that people aren't really understanding about why I hit Lady Targaryen the way that I did. Because she was sitting there defending Mr. Ralph Boston's actions. When we were talking about the fact that Murph's kids had been objectified in a very nasty manner. And you said, that's my friend, and I'm not going to stop being his friend. I don't have to agree with everything he does. He's my friend. I'm going to tell you something right now, ma'am. And you should be ashamed of yourself because you're a 50 plus mom to a very small child. But any woman who thinks it's cool to clientele with people who objectify children, nude. I want y'all to hear what I'm saying. And just because you took it down, Ralph, doesn't mean you didn't have it up. There is evidence. You want to sit around talking about what people do and how people are terrible? You had nude children posted in your Discord, sir. Any woman who's a mother who could justify keeping up a friendship with someone capable of that, in my opinion, has no business being around kids at all.
Period. Point blank. Child.
That's why I said what I said about CPS. Because you had no problem with talking about Ada and all of her bad choices as a mother. What kind of choices you making, Toots? You're 50 some odd years old. You was so happy and happy ass to become a grandmom, you couldn't wait for none of your own children to push them out. You pushed out your own grandkids. That's the kind of idiot you are. But to go through all of that, to become a late in life mother, and your life has been reduced to internet scams, your child can't, your child will not be proud of you, ma'am. When your child finds out what kind of mother she has, she's going to be disgusted. That's how mommy makes her money? Stalking people, or are you just going to try to teach her to be another you?
I'd have more respect for you if you sold them cheeks for them dollars behind them kids, child. I can't. I'm about to go off.
She shouldn't have to do that because she's got a man. I wonder why in that nice rental home, that they live in. Let's keep it a buck.
Man. Yeah. She got a man?
Yeah.
Boy, the bald headed whole antics be high, and she got a man.
Even though she was flirting with Ronnie Bo hard in front of him, yes, she has a man.
Oh no.
I know.
Oh no.
And was flirting with Ronnie in front of that man. We're talking about Lady Letitia, who is definitely living up to the rest of her screen name because she is definitely on that stupid stuff. She got the right name because you, ma'am, are on some stupid stuff. Total goofball.
Log off now.
No, but to accuse someone of harassing you when you didn't harass them, to call the police.
You told her to log off.
It's the nerve for me.
Yeah, when I told her, log off, ma'am. Because you on that stupid stuff.
They all accuse you of harassing them when they coming at you.
Girl. Listen to me. She talked all kind of stuff about my kids. She never met me or my children. She don't even know anybody in real life who know me or my kids. So everything that she's saying are figments of her imaginations or lies she got from somebody who stalks me for a living.
But had the nerve to call them people. And once again, you done sat here and played with dispatch. And you called and told them what? Like, for real, your goof ass went and called and told them what? Meanwhile, y'all trying to figure out where everybody on this screen eat at, sleep at, where their money come from, what they churn doing, who they laid up with. While y'all sit here got mans and then y'all over here playing and foo-fooing in these niggas' faces on the line. I'm got to go off. Somebody else catch this mic because my voice then came back today. It ain't all the way there, but it's there.
Save a little bit before we sign off. I want to say this to you, ma'am. You got a lot of things to say about my life. Let me have a few things to say about yours.
Get her.
When you have a man who loves you and cares about you and believes in you, he's going to support you in doing all of the best things he can for you, especially when there's a small child involved. When a
Mm.
man loves you, you don't need to run around online asking trolls to help you find a job because you need the money.
Girl, you shaming that man? Oh no, go off, Titty, go
Let's be
off.
very clear about this. You were the one that said you didn't have a job. You were the one that said you needed money. Why couldn't you go get none from your man?
Mm.
No, instead you had to rely on an internet troll who now the troll farm themselves are saying was AI and not a real person. How's that job doing that you got? Because you said that Bonnie and her husband, who the troll farm is now saying is not a real person and is AI. So if she's not a real person and she's AI, then that means she couldn't have done anything wrong to Ada. So then, oh, it all goes away? No, that's not how it works.
Your goofy ass.
Your man lets you sit online and lie all day while you
Never.
neglect your child.
Oh,
Your man lets you sit online. Is he benefiting from any of this money that you're making from this great job that you got from the internet cyber stalker who terrifies and horrifies and annoys people to the point that they want to take their own life? He's okay with you having a job from a fairy tale?
girl.
It don't sound like either one of y'all make good enough decisions to be considered decent parents. Because any man who would let his woman behave like this for a couple of dollars ain't no man. When a
Never.
man has dignity and when a man has pride, the one thing that he will not tolerate is a lack of integrity in his home or with the people around his home. Sounds like he just as big an idiot as you are. Which
Goofy.
makes me really worry about that child because two
All the way.
stupid people procreating and raising someone is a very dangerous thing. It's like putting a loaded pow pow into a child's hands.
Mm-hmm.
And the saddest part about it is I bet you that baby got more sense than the both of y'all put together.
Smartest one in the house. Lord help him.
I'm so sick and tired of running into these incompetent adults who have children that are more mature than they are.
Yes, God, go off.
I feel sorry for that daughter of yours, though I do. And understand this. This is not harassment. Not after everything that you had to say. Do yourself a favor the next time you call the police to file another fake report or to try to file something on me. Make sure you send them voice clips of all of the nasty things that you had to say about me that were not only lies, but slanderous.
Right.
Run tell him
Because
that.
everything you said about me was a lie. You sat here on Maggie's panel and literally said to yourself that you told everyone that my award wasn't real, that I was a liar, it wasn't real, and you had to admit that yourself that you were wrong.
So basically, she's trying to say your background right here is fake. It's a green screen.
Yeah.
You never did make it there. You never did get an award.
Yeah, that's what she
Girl,
said.
look
It
how
was all
mad they
fake.
are. They
It was
so
all
mad they
fake.
lose all sense.
But
By the way-
wait a minute though. I want y'all to take this into consideration. When it was positive for me, my award wasn't real. But when she wants to call the police and lie on me, my award is very real. Because she had to
Girl.
announce that a defender of justice was the one that was sitting there. I'm sorry, a defender of freedom was the one sitting there. So my award is real when you're lying on me. But it's a lie when I'm telling the truth. I'm trying to figure this out.
You
I'm
have
trying to
figured it
figure out
out.
Anybody
somebody go
listen
help
to
the
you?
baby because
By the way, that's a beautiful black background.
Oh
Beautiful.
yeah, it was a
it is.
magical
It's
night.
gorgeous up there.
Magical.
Mm-hmm.
Magical night. I wonder if her husband has ever taken her out on a night that fine.
Oops.
Probably not, considering that they don't have the money. That they're so strapped
Oh,
for
Lord.
cash that his wife has to go and become an internet troll and accept jobs from AI bots with husbands. Because the story, Letitia, was that Bonnie and her husband set you up with a job. You want to tell us about how that
Girl,
job is going?
I want to know.
Mm-hmm.
What are the
What's the name of
benefits?
the company
Do you
that this
get dental?
AI couple got you? Why is everyone skipping over that part?
Mm-mm.
Why is everyone skipping over the fact that Amber, Salma, Bonnie, who was supposed to be being victimized by Ada, is now AI?
Girl.
The
So
moment
now we
that
have an
they
AI.
want to use her for Ada, now she's AI, of course.
No, I'm just trying to figure it out. How did this AI
I'm trying to
couple
figure
get
out
you
what
a
that
real
benefits
world?
package look like.
Somebody answer me, riddle me this. How the hell does an AI couple get you a real job?
Um,
Because if we all remember, that's what Lady Letitia said regarding Bonnie. Why she trusted Bonnie more than Ada. Why she believed in Bonnie more than Ada. She said because Bonnie and her husband got her a job. Working for who, ma'am? It ain't adding up. AI couple,
Huh?
AI terrorist, getting you a real world job. What's the job? Who you working for, Toots? Has anybody
What's the
bothered to
pay
ask
grade and
that
can we
question?
all apply? I want to know.
I
and
got a
since when do
feeling.
you take a job from someone that you never saw their face?
Yeah, I'm just curious. How's that job working, Toots? Tell us about your job rather than sitting online and lying all day and night about me. Why don't you tell us the truth about you and that job that Bonnie and her husband got you? The AI couple.
Girl.
Can you show us your first pay stub? Y'all love receipts so much. I'd love to see the pay stub.
For real.
I wouldn't be
I'm
surprised
telling
if it
you.
said YouTube and AdSense on it.
You better say something because I want to know what the benefits package look like because that's some dedication to some job. And now we finding out that it was an AI robot as your employer. I want to know because I'm just curious.
I wanna know. Oh, when you cold, ooh, does your husband get cold? I wanna know. Because personally, Lady Letitia, I think you was tricking off with this AI couple. I think you're their
Oh,
AI slut, and I think your husband is watching. You are a virtual cucker. Your husband sitting there watching you get it on with this weirdo AI couple. Instead of having an OnlyFans, you got an Only Scams.
yeah.
Real rap.
Yo, they wild on this internet.
Listen,
Yeah,
she has never gotten so much views than now that she's
right.
talking shit.
That always happens when they
It's like a
turn on
drug.
me.
That
No,
always.
it's what happens. If you go and you look at all of my former formers who have sat near me or next to me, pretending to be a friend, pretending to be an ally, pretending to be a supporter, it's always the same. Their channels were nothing. They go against me. They get to put my name kind of legitimately in a thumbnail, in a title. They hashtag me to death. And then their views go up for a short while until people realize that it
Yeah,
was all crap. And then they go on to
exactly.
whatever troll has better content this week. Sweetheart, you gonna be back down to like 15 people in a week. That's why I ain't worried about it.
She's already
Girl, and then they
going
go back
down.
to doing
She's
tarot
Yeah.
already
cards and
going
stuff.
down
What's the
because how long can you milk the story of Jaguar singing to you that she's gonna call CPS, you say staying there and continuing to insult someone that you're so terrified of? She
You
already
don't.
did 3 video about it. What more can she do about it?
What she needs to do is put out the dispatch call. I'm telling you, I'm not letting it go. My imagination is going to run amok until she bring it out because I want to know, what did the dispatcher tell you, girl? I'm
But wait,
curious.
my
They
thing
were
is,
like, Jaguars and Howl are against me. Please go, oh Canada.
Meanwhile, again, the dispatcher would. You know how many people were screaming, "My leg"?
my thing is this. After all this is said and done, we're trying to go back and forth with Jag. Pretty soon, one of her subscribers is going to be coming back and forth, and I predict maybe. I said in my mind right now, like, why hasn't she got Bonnie on the panel to explain the transaction?
Mm-hmm.
You know what? That's a great question, Ayasha.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Huh. Why haven't you invited your friend Bonnie, your employer, or your virtual job hookup person? Why haven't you brought her to do an interview?
Yeah, because she sure was in my chat when I went live, and I barely go live.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was before the Ada stuff happened.
Oh.
Wow.
Y'all know how often I go live, so that was a while ago. So it's just crazy to see all this stuff happening, and Bonnie is nowhere to be found. The AI, wherever she
Yeah,
is.
the AI person that knows how to get real jobs for desperate housewives.
Mm-hmm.
You got the desperate lifestyle, baby, but not the paycheck.
Mm-hmm.
Like Lady Letitia is crying about her baby, but she keeps on hiding from said baby to be online in her bathroom.
Ooh.
You must
What a
really
good
hate being a
mother.
mom. You know, when mothers start locking themselves in, that's what Beyonce was doing. And the Jigga
Ooh.
Man had to call Kim Burrell to come pray her out.
Oh, help. Oh, God.
Rocket, I mean, I can say allegedly, but Kim Burrell said it herself. Kim Burrell did a whole interview. You remember Ayasha? And then Pretty Boy Floyd came over cussing us out
Mm-hmm.
about talking about
What?
F. Kim Burrell.
Mm-hmm. Talking about he been around since the 90s or something like that. I
Mhm.
see that live.
Pretty
Mm-mm.
Boy Floyd. It's sad that they don't think that we don't remember them all.
Mm-hmm.
That's why
That's
I'll be
what's
looking.
sad.
Listen, that's why I'll be looking at these chats so hard.
And then to not go come over there on Ralph's panel and yeah. And I'm gonna find Jack. And I'm gonna make sure she gets locked up.
Mm-hmm.
And then
That's
saying, we're
interesting.
talking about him. Do not, nobody cares about you.
Nobody talks about you. Not really. Nobody.
I don't even know really who that is.
Matter
He's
of
just an
fact,
ignorant one that I saw today.
well, understand this. If you want to have a better understanding of who Ralph and Donato are, I can show you right now.
Mm-hmm.
Girl, listen, I'm a little bit
Hold on a
afraid
second.
they over here trying to finesse their viewers with
Oh,
chakra
I see. You
information
took
and y'all
it
cussing folks
down.
out. Girl, mm-mm.
Look, all
And
I
just to
can say
say to you,
is,
Jag,
hmm,
Bonnie is back in the chat of Lady Letitia, by the way.
she's what?
I see them
She's
saying that.
back in her chat.
Oh, Bonnie?
Yeah, they saying that they seen her in Thelma or Selma
Yeah, that's what they said earlier.
in the chat last night.
Llama and
Um,
Bonnie is in chat.
oh.
Hated it.
That's
Girl.
about the only time we talk about you, boy, when we make fun of you.
Exactly. Nobody
Don't
cares
nobody
about
care
Donut.
nothing. Oh, honey. Honey, listening to them go crazy. I guess y'all mad, huh? Oh, y'all
It's
I'm
like
tired
mad.
of these moist daughter sounds
nobody
always
was
playing.
talking about Donut. Like, what the fuck is he talking about coming on the Ralph's the Wise and saying, you keep on talking about me. I don't want to talk about them. Nobody cares about you.
Your children came on this
You
man's
want to
show
know
while
what
he's
I
supposed to be
found
talking about
funny though?
chakras.
When he started talking about, I'm sorry, Grace, when he started talking about
No, you're
when
fine.
he was in Toronto and how you didn't want no piece of him. I guess these people don't read maps often. Not to be
Exactly.
too personal, but I could have swore to God you told me that you're in Quebec.
I am in Quebec.
Yeah, Quebec.
The fact that they don't
The
know that
rate,
based off of your accent alone.
the ratio in geologics from Quebec to the United States. See, Maggie's on Central Time.
Hmm.
Toronto is East Coast time.
Uncultured
Right.
swine.
Like literally,
Exactly. I,
Toronto and Quebec are not in the same time zone.
they're not in the same state.
I
It's
know,
I am in
embarrassing how
French
much they
state.
showcase
I
their
am
ignorance.
French.
I
I
know,
speak French.
I
Toronto is
know.
English.
I know, I know, Maggie, but this is the thing.
Idiot.
He said that he could have pulled up on you when he was in Toronto, not unless he had tricked enough to get enough money to fly him halfway across Canada to
Fucking
Girl,
get to
don't
idiot.
even.
nobody want moist booty like that. Stop.
No, but I'm just saying they sit there and they say the most ridiculous things. Cause she
Right.
ain't do nothing when I pulled up in Toronto. Well, why would she do anything? She's nowhere near Toronto.
Exactly.
Y'all are a mess.
Like if Canada were the United States, Toronto would be the East Coast and Quebec would be the Midwest. That's like
Seriously.
saying that you in New York and you gonna run up on somebody in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Hmm.
Right.
Exactly. You were
It's
just in the same
insane.
country as me, stupid idiot.
It's
Girl, their
insane.
ignorance be so high. It's so high.
It's insane. Yeah, yeah. Because I was right there in the United States. I was
Yeah.
right there in Detroit. And I was about to bust your ass in Vegas. Not without a plane
Exactly.
ticket. Not without a plane ticket.
Mm.
Fucking
And don't
idiot.
nobody want them moist cheeks. Take that shit back to the US.
Eh, I'm like, if you
I'd have
come
put you
to
out just as a
Quebec,
health hazard.
and Quebec is enormous, you don't even know where in Quebec I am. So
It's huge. It's
come
like
in
going to,
Quebec.
it's like
Come in
going to
Quebec.
Texas. It's just like being in Texas. In Texas, it takes 24 hours to get through the state of Texas from one
Uh-huh.
side to the other.
Ooh,
Uh-huh.
child, I don't like driving through Texas.
I
That bad
know.
boy long. Ugh.
Listen to me, when we would go on tour and we would be doing shows in Texas, I'll never forget one time we went to sleep after a show and I woke up and I'm like, what state we in? Texas. I said, we was in Texas
Yeah.
yesterday.
Hey, B, I can't stand driving through Texas.
Mhm.
And
Like
that's
in the
what I
United
learned.
States. The United States is smaller than Canada.
I know,
You have
much smaller
50
for real, for
states.
real.
You have 50 states. In Canada, we have 14. That's how big each state, like one state of Canada is 10 states in the United States. That's how big the states are in Canada. You want
Girl,
to
they
go to
so
Quebec?
ignorant. They're
Knock
so
yourself
ignorant.
out.
He be done
Queb-
froze before he found a phone book with your name in it.
Exactly.
That
Fucking
Pico,
idiot.
that Pico he had on wouldn't have been warm enough for Quebec. You need a parka.
Girl, no,
Eh,
Magic showed us that snow
no, no,
yesterday. I
no.
said, no, ma'am.
Mm-mm.
When he gonna go to Canada on his e-bike?
Oh
Girl,
my
he can't get
God.
far, girl.
Exactly.
He said he was up there in Toronto. You're going to have to sell something else. You're going to have to shake it a little bit more looser to get where Magic at. Take that back over to the border.
No, it's just, but they
Exactly.
say no, but see, they say it with such conviction. They make it sound so convincing. They make it seem like they're so threatening. And that's what I was saying the other morning. I really didn't get into it. And
Hmm.
I guess I'll touch up on it here a little bit, but there is a difference between intimidating someone and annoying someone.
Mm-hmm.
There's a huge difference.
Hmm.
See, don't get me wrong. In both cases, fight or flight is the usual reaction to
Mm-hmm.
intimidation or nuisance. But see, with intimidation, that comes with fear. And welcome to the family, Tracy. That comes with fear.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be afraid of someone in some way to be intimidated by them. But when
Mhm.
someone annoys you, it tends to create the same reaction. Get the hell away from me. Leave me alone. You're bothering me. That doesn't mean I'm afraid of you. It means I'm annoyed by you. Now, there might be a net flying around my face, and I might be viciously, furiously swatting, batting, cursing, get away from me, all of that. Would anyone ever accuse me of being afraid of that net? Like, let's just be honest. If a gnat is flying around your face, bumping into your eye, going in your ear, coming out of your ear, doing all of these things that you can't stand, go up your nose real quick, come back down, try to fly in your mouth. Like you're swatting, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what we do, right? We swat
Yep.
and we're frustrated and we're annoyed that this thing is invading our space.
Hmm.
Now that gnat, it might fly around all kinds of places, but eventually it might just sit down somewhere where you can squash it. See, that's the difference between annoying someone and intimidating someone. I could never. Oh, I know. I heard that she was shouting out that grapist that raped me back in 2009. A lot of people like shouting that very dangerous person out. And people should know that that person running around here isn't the real Trevor Green. The real Trevor Green wouldn't be online.
Like, didn't they hear you last time you said what Mr. Trevor Green's description is?
He
What
is a
y'all
very
have been,
dangerous Jamaican man with
and y'all
very
think he would
dangerous
play on the
ties.
internet,
That's all right.
girl?
That's all right. Once again, that's another bad choice from the mother of a small child, wouldn't you say?
I would. You
Hosting
consorting with stalkers and
a
people who are in
known
the business of unaliving.
unaliver, a known unaliver and grapist. And that's who you shout out in your chat. I'm sorry. The more we talk, the more I don't regret what I said to you. Somebody should take that child away from you. There's something wrong with you, man.
Hmm.
Bigging up grapists, calling internet stalkers your friends, calling the police, trying to file fake false reports so that your YouTube channel can pop.
Like everybody else.
This don't sound like the actions of a 50 plus woman. This sounds like the actions of a high school girl trying to be popular.
Amen to that.
And I'm sorry, people like that, I do not think they make good parents. What I do think
No.
is they either make villains or victims.
Mm-hmm.
And I understand that greatly now after everything that we just went through with our nephew. When I think about our nephew who just left our home
Yeah.
because of what he did and not wanting to take responsibility for the harm that it did. At the end of the day, all of us adults in this situation, our anger isn't with the child. Somebody broomed with a G that young man. He spent all of his life with people that taught him nothing but all the wrong things. And now he's out here on the verge of adulthood with no impulse control, making terrible choices because of who raised him. That's real. That's real. Now, we got to pray to God that this little hurt person doesn't go out and keep hurting people.
Absolutely.
What kind of example are you being for that little girl?
An example straight from hell. The children.
What is she? Because children are sponges. You might have the bathroom door shut, but that don't stop her from listening. Lord knows. I listened at my parents' door when I was a kid, when I was nosy and wanted to know what was going on. How do you know she's not listening to everything you saying and everything you doing?
And let's keep it gangster. If that woman thinks that child isn't listening, that's exactly why somebody should come step in and intervene on behalf of that baby, because you playing around. Children can hear you from 10 miles away. Please.
Oh, children are the best spies.
Woo, child.
Absolutely.
That's why they sent that boy into my home. Children are the best spies. Nobody's paying attention to them. Nobody's thinking that they got the wrong intention. Why do y'all think over there in the Middle East when they be fighting and stuff, and they say it doesn't even matter if a woman with a baby comes up crying for help? Do not let them in, because they'll put explosives on their own child and say Allahu Akbar. All those people whose lives have been taken because they tried to help a mother and a baby and had no idea what they were infiltrating to do.
Man, they still got child soldiers across Africa right now.
Exactly. Nobody's thinking this 6-year-old is going to run up and blow me away.
Exactly.
A child predator, a child aggressor is the worst kind of enemy, because it's the kind that nobody wants to see as one, even when they show you their bad side. We got to do better for our community.
Amen.
And we got to stop playing these games, and we got to start holding these adults responsible for the kind of people they're raising and pushing out into the world. And Maggie, as a teacher, I know you know how important that is.
Yes. Because kids can be so easily broken, and then you put into this world someone that will hurt someone else. What's the point?
The minds are so malleable, and people, they know that. They know that. It's only ignorant people not paying attention that think that children aren't learning. Please, they learning everything. They're watching you. They don't get no damn what you talking about. What are you showing them?
I wonder what Barbara and Rodney taught their daughter before they left her here on this earth alone. That's what I want to know.
Who is Barbara and Rodney?
The robot's parents. I wonder if they're looking at her right now, how they feel about the environment that she's creating for her 13-year-old son.
Lord.
I'm
gonna cuss y'all out in a minute.
While you're busy running around, calling authorities, wasting resources, who's taking care of your child? Would your mother and father be proud of you? Would they? Would Rodney and Barbara be proud of you? Would they like what you're teaching their grandchild? Because everything that we're talking about right now, all of these troll farm people are the exact result of what happens when a child is improperly raised. your OKPs, your SDWs, your trans Rena Kibi. You know their fearsome leader, Tasha K, whose mother used to let her boyfriend party all over her and did nothing. See, y'all don't know that about trans Rena. Part of the reason trans Rena is such a broken person is because of her mother.
I mean, why they don't know that? She said
her mother let that man come into her room whenever he wanted, and she has admitted so herself. Of course she hates me. Of course her and my sister are friends. They have similar childhoods. Both of their mothers let men hurt them when they were little girls. Because my mom used to drop my sister off to our family predator, Uncle Candyman, so he could babysit her. Ruined her. And that's who my mom dropped my sister off to be babysat by. And when I asked her why would she do such a thing, her response was, well, I thought he would have left her alone because that was his brother's granddaughter. So I want y'all to understand what my mom said. She knew that he would touch everybody else's kids. She just thought because my sister was Frank Field's granddaughter that was going to make a difference to his predator brother.
Fucking disgusting.
Understand that. And my mother did that before she married my dad. And my sister has hated me for it my whole life. Because she didn't have a father there to protect her from Uncle Candyman like I did. My dad would never have allowed my mom to have me anywhere near Candyman. But see, Shelly and Mommy were alone and they were living with Granddaddy. She didn't even tell my grandfather that she was dropping my sister over there. He knew what his brother was, and the only reason he didn't put him down was because he was his brother. But if my granddaddy had known what his brother did to his granddaughter, he would have took him out. And my mother kept that a secret. Now tell me something. Why would my mother keep that a secret from her father when he knew what his brother was? I'm going to tell you why. Because he babysat for free and would give her money when she picked my sister up. I didn't think he would touch her because that's my dad's grandbaby. That's the kind of sense my mom was making before she got with my dad. That's the kind of sense my mother was making. Now, make you no mistake about it, I love my mom. I do. She's my mom. But I'm also not in denial about who she was and what she did. I'm also not in denial about why she did it. Because my mother was touched on and messed over in her home by her mother's man. Her whole childhood. Until she was able to get away. See, my life, my family history, my mother's family history is part of the reason why I speak out the way that I do. Because if my family had been honest about what was really going on, maybe we could have got everybody help and protected the children that didn't need to get touched in the family while the secrets were being kept. And they still let that nigga go to church after everybody found out about it and said, if he's that sick, he needs church more than all of us. See, I grew up seeing these people So I know the harm. I know the harm. I got a bunch of cousins whose lives ain't right because the family didn't decide to do the right thing because nobody wanted anybody to know that we knew he was a predator. So we were supposed to just sit there and pretend like we didn't know so the family didn't have to suffer from a bad reputation.
Disgusting.
And more children were hurt. So imagine what it's like for me to have this kind of history in my own family background, to know all of these things that I know, get into the music industry thinking that I'm getting away from my dysfunctional family so I could create a new life, to see companies do the exact same thing that I saw happen in my family. Hell to the no, I ain't being quiet. And salute to Tammy Wallace. And if y'all haven't gotten over there to the Jaguar Wright show, you need to get over there. See that second part.
Absolutely.
We got a few more parts to do, and we're going to be scheduling the Q&A with Tammy in the audience, hosted by Maggie. It's going to be amazing. But we need to hear all of the stories so we can see how prevalent these behaviors actually are. Because, see, we sit around and we treat this stuff like it's some random, weird occurrence out of nowhere that happened, and when it's over, it's not going to happen anymore. That's not true.
At all. Like, people have to stop turning a blind eye to this. Collectively, we need to stop. And that's why I'm proud of all of you. I'm proud of all of you. I don't give a damn about what's going on this sorry ass app. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of all of you. Y'all are taking y'all's power back. Y'all are fighting back. And I'm watching the tide changing. This world is changing. Enough is enough. I'm getting mad. Let me let it go. I'm proud of y'all. That's it.
Thank you, Grace. The world is a disgusting place, but we're trying.
No, y'all are more than trying. Y'all are doing.
The world,
and I want y'all to...
is a beautiful place. It just has a lot of fucked up shit in it.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing. The only way we get to the point where we say the world is a terrible place is as if we've given up on the fact that it's our job to keep it beautiful. And that's what I love about each and every person sitting on this panel right now. I watch all of you in your own ways every day take the time to try to make the world a better place. For someone. I watch the three of you women do that every day. Maggie, I watch you. You saw the danger in the disinformation, and you saw how it was confusing people and perplexing people. And you decided to take this on, not because anyone asked you to, hired you to, or paid you to. You saw the need. Do you know how many times I posted my Cash App and I don't get anything at all? You'll never hear me complain about it. You know, they still make fun. They said that I was panhandling because I said $1 a view. Cheapest ticket in town. Cheapest ticket in town. With the amount of people that follow me every day, I could have been at a company like Cruelty Free off its ground and on its feet. But if I have to spend all of my money protecting myself and working and doing this, where am I supposed to find the money to see? This is what they like doing the most. Keep you busy with a bunch of benign, irrelevant crap so that you can't focus on what it is you need to do because of all of the things that they're talking about me. They're not talking about the Jaguar Wright show. They're not talking about the Jaguar Wright show or Tammy Wallace.
Oh, absolutely not.
Why has the troll farm had nothing to say about the Tammy Wallace interview? All the stuff that they talk, they love debunking me. They love to debunk me. Why ever
Mm-hmm.
get bothered to try to debunk anything regarding the Tammy Wallace story? That story has been out now pushing a week. The second part is coming. The next part is coming. The next part is coming because we're doing our stories on the Jaguar Wright show differently. We're not going to give you one interview, some sad details, put up a cash app and tell you to pray for somebody.
They don't want to.
We're going to walk you through it. So you know
Mm-hmm.
why you want to pray for this person. So you know why you want to support this person. See, we didn't get that far with Ada.
Exactly.
It was supposed to be a much slower process with Ada. We were already working on Tammy. We didn't have time to devote our time to Ada and to Tammy. We are a small team. So I asked my teammates, my neighbors, my comrades to get in there and work with Ada until we had the time to bring the story full in. And instead, she ended up in a coma.
Exactly.
See, y'all got to stop paying attention to what the troll farms say. Y'all really need to start paying attention to the things that they don't talk about.
Yep.
See, that's what they don't want you to do. Anytime they get quiet online and they don't go live, it's because they're trying to hatch a new story.
Yep.
And they're trying to put it all together and they're doing their little meetings and they're doing their little this and they Discord and they coffee, trying to see if the story can work, if it can stick, and whoopty whoopty woo. That's what they're doing. And then they come back with a preempted strike. And 40, 50 of them go live until y'all believe it.
Exactly.
Now tell me something. Why is Ralph the one announcing that they sent police to the studio? Why? Shouldn't that be Danny's moment? I mean, like, Ralph's channel is practically non-existent.
Mm.
Danny got almost 15,000 subscribers. Took almost a half a decade to do, but she got almost 15,000 subscribers. If they wanted everybody to know that they sent the popo to the studio, then why didn't the robot make that part 12?
Mm.
Curious.
Because it didn't work.
Ooh. So only the losers get to pass the bad news? You don't have to do that?
Exactly.
Because see, robot, that's
Exactly.
your failure. That's your failure.
Mm-hmm.
You was trying to pull off a big thumbnail this week, wasn't you, robot? You were gonna make
Y'all
sure
bald headed waste of resources. All of
that
y'all.
the defender of freedom was arrested
Mm-hmm.
and thrown in jail and disgraced. That's what y'all wanted.
Yep.
You were
I know
mad that
y'all
you didn't
employ a
know.
man.
They were mad that they didn't know that I was going to get an award. They were mad that they didn't know. They heard rumblings, but they didn't know how to get their story straight.
Mm-hmm.
So this is what they've been working on, discrediting the defender of freedom, awarded by America's Future for American Excellence, hosted at the home of President Donald J. Trump. Like that award, oh, that's my Trump card. Make you no mistake about it. That is most definitely my Trump card.
Mm-hmm.
See, y'all told everybody that I was on the run, that I was in fear, right? That I was a criminal, I was a fugitive, I couldn't go anywhere, I was this, I was that. But see, let me just do this right quick. Let me make it full screen. This image terrifies them because that one picture, me living for this moment, Killed everything they've said about me in the past 5 years. Imagine that. Donating that much time of your life. Imagine donating that much mental work. All of that stuff that you do. All of it that you do. Just to be wrong. I'll never forget one of the content creators in the troll farm. Somebody that I had never even really seen before. Said, well, if Trump gave her the award, does this mean she was telling the truth?
Mm-hmm.
That's sad. That statement in itself is pathetic. Because that means you've been running around lying on me for all of these years and you weren't sure if I was telling the truth or not. You just said I was a liar. See how that worked? Well, hold up. Is she telling the truth? That was amazing. And then another content creator had the audacity to say, does this mean we're in trouble? I don't know, sir. But Sam, I would say you guys probably are. I can't wait. But I'm going to, patiently with bated breath. It's sad.
It is really, really pathetic and sad.
Y'all so desperately need. Y'all need someone. The funny thing is they keep running around saying I'm a liar, saying I'm a liar. I've been debunked. I've backtracked. I haven't backtracked anything. I've told the truth about everything. I haven't backtracked anything. But because I got 100 liars that are saying it, that means it's true. Is that really what America has come to? That all you have to do is get enough people to lie and people will believe you.
That's what they tried to do with the Defender of Freedom Award. They all came out with so many videos about it. It was choking the algorithm.
I know. It's funny. The one thing I don't hear anybody talking about anymore is Mr. Carter suing me, because before I received the award, after the 13-year-old autistic victim dropped her case, they said now Jay-Z is coming for Jaguar. Jay-Z is going to sue Jaguar.
I
They
heard
ain't saying that no
82
more.
said, I heard 82 say, that's why she's backtracking, because she knows that Jay-Z is going to come for her.
They sure
No.
like saying that man's name.
What
They
backtrack? I never understand that shit.
listen to me. I need someone to tell me one lie they've proven to be a lie. One. I want someone to give me a receipt. One lie that didn't come from them. Like if all you guys are going to do is just regurgitate lies back and forth amongst each other, that's fine if that's what you want to do. But I'm asking every last one of you, produce one receipt that doesn't come from any of you. That's legitimate. A legitimate court record, a legitimate police report. Like, how about rather than y'all running around telling everybody I'm a felon, y'all go back and say, you know what? We got to put out a retraction. That's a lie. She is innocent until proven guilty.
That part.
She's been
Right.
charged with a felony, but she's not a felon. They don't say that. They don't say I'm charged with a felony. They say I am a felon. I've never been convicted of a felony. Let's take a little posy, shall we?
Oh wow, somebody in the chat I ain't seen in a long time.
Who?
Hey, bald headed.
It's coming up. Okay, let's take the poll. Wow. Let's take the poll.
Let's take the poll. Put a 1 in the chat if, as an American citizen, I am innocent until proven guilty. Put a 2 in the chat if I'm guilty because someone accused me of something. 1 in the chat if I'm innocent until proven guilty. 2 in the chat if I'm guilty because someone said so. Mm. Mm. Oh, wow. Look, I haven't. Anybody see any 2s yet? I don't see any yet.
No.
No twos.
Mm. Well, I mean, that is the law in the United States. You're you're innocent until proven guilty. So why are people running around telling people that I'm a felon? Somebody make that make sense. How do people get to sit online all day and say because I was charged with something that Dallas County is refusing to take me to trial for? I don't understand. I've never heard of someone begging to go to trial for almost 2 years. Begging to go to trial, and the district attorney is doing everything they possibly can do to not acknowledge it. That doesn't make any sense. What it sounds like is that not only can they not convict me, they don't have the evidence to do so. And if they have to let me off of my charges, not only will I be legally able to carry firearms again, I'll be able to sue them for police brutality and the violation of, I don't know, about 12 of my civil rights
Amen to that.
as an American citizen. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, if I was Dallas, I wouldn't want to drop the charges either because they're going to have to cut me a check. Now?
A big
Oh, I'm not
nasty
asking for
one too.
anything less than 50 million.
Mm.
Nothing less. So when are people going to start demanding that all of these content creators stop lying, calling me a felon? You have to be convicted. I've never been to prison. I've only been to jail. See, jail is where you go before you get convicted. Prison is where you go after you've been convicted.
Right.
And the
Just
food is
like Cat
nasty in the
Williams.
jailhouse. I wonder what it's like in the pen, boy. Ugh.
Actually, the penitentiary, from what I've been told, is so much better than jail.
Is it? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I
Everybody
heard
else
Actually,
that
say no.
too.
everybody that I know that's ever been to prison will tell you when they guilty, they want to get through as fast as possible so they can pull chain and go to wherever they go because jail is hell.
True.
Jail is so much worse than prison. They do
Yeah.
that on purpose in the American justice system. They make jail awful. They make it terrible. They make sure it is the worst experience of your life. There are some people that I've seen take a charge and plead guilty to something that they knew they were innocent for because they could no longer bear county jail. That's how bad it is.
That's
That's why
awful.
most people in Cook County and most people down in Florida at MGK or MJK, I call it TJ Maxx, something like that.
Hmm.
TGK. TJ Maxx, I call it. Yeah. Most people there, they don't even try to fight their case because see what they do is if you try to fight your case, they either put you on a no bond status or they make your bond so high that an average person can't get out, and then they torture you while you're in there, and then they tell you you're going to trial in 6 months, and then you find out they push your court date back your trial date back another 2 years, and then they push it back another 2 years, and that's what they do until you take a deal and say that you're guilty of something that you're not. That's how the American justice system works. That's how it works. That's why when so many guys get busted again, they quick to take paper because they don't want to have to deal with the effects of how traumatizing county jail is. And it is traumatizing. It is traumatizing, which is why they got pissed off at me every time I went to jail. And every time I fought and I walked out because there's no way that someone who comes from as charmed a life as me, right, should be able to survive in that kind of environment.
Mm-hmm.
That's how they get them. That's how they get you, with discomfort, with dis-ease, annoy you. That's what the American justice system does to people who are unfortunate enough to be made a party to.
Hmm.
That's what they
Hmm.
do.
Hmm.
They annoy you to death with their laws, and then they intimidate you with their agents until you agree to be guilty for something that you're not guilty of.
Yeah.
That's what they want from me. And I ain't doing it.
Mm-mm.
I decided I'm going to skip all of that, and I'm just going to do what every other little kid does. I'm telling.
Hmm.
I'm telling. Keep playing. In the words of my beloved fiance, who I'm in a very real relationship with, keep up the bad work.
Okay.
Keep up the bad work. Keep stalking me. Go on, Ralph. Keep proving that you live from my post. Because the only way you would have been able to pull up my community post and broadcast it to your audience that this live was happening was if your notifications were on and you were watching for everything I do the second that I do it. I mean, literally from the second that I posted it. And y'all can go back and look at his live today if you'd like. Go to my community wall and look at the time in which I posted the notification for this live, and then go back and look at the time when he announced it and showed it. It was instantaneous.
Mm-hmm.
Put a
So
3 in the
pathetic.
chat. Put a 3 in the chat if that sounds like cyber stalking to you. Put a 4 in the chat if that just sounds like healthy content creating.
It's either a stalker or someone that is your biggest fan.
Girl, okay. Them stands,
Mhm.
child.
Both can
Yeah,
be true at the same time.
true.
Mm-hmm.
Both can be true at the same time. But sitting around defaming my name constantly back and forth, talking about I'm a prostitute, calling my man a pimp, saying that he's a drug dealer, he's a rug dealer, I'm on rugs, like that's defamation and slander.
Mm.
And we do know your real name. Maybe it's time we sue you.
Hmm.
I don't think your children could afford that. You might only have $5 each to give them every month for child support when we get done with you.
Mm.
But I want to thank you for everything you've done, because I'll be sharing it with my new friends that I met at Mar-a-Lago.
Hmm.
They're disgusted. Mary Flynn is so disgusted. You know, they knew that there was going to be some pushback, but I don't even think they realized how aggressive this campaign is against me. And I'm grateful because now they get to see it in real time, because they're watching. They're watching. They're watching AT2 titties. They're watching 2 Week. They're watching all of y'all. They're definitely watching the robot.
Hmm.
So now, because your attempt at ambushing me, so y'all could get the body cam footage and y'all could show everybody that you got me, that you know where I am, and you can do this to me and you can do that to me. That's supposed to be your thumbnail, robot. Oh, did we spoil it for you? Are you upset that I wasn't there?
I
No.
hope you're so upset that your toast go down the wrong way. Hope.
No.
Man.
You poor thing. You put all of that time and effort into trying to bust me up and to trying to make a fool out of me to devalue the honor that was just recently bestowed upon me. And you did all of that work so you could give Ralph content for the 20 people that was watching him. That sounds like such a waste. Because if your whole objective was to use that little op that you guys were planning to foil me, well, sounds like you failed.
Miserably.
You want to know what's wild? She was sitting there the other night talking about, I'm the road runner and Jag is Wile E. Coyote and it keeps blowing up in her face. I bet you wish you didn't say that, Toots. Because the only thing that Ralph's saying that proves is that you got busted. Now what you gonna tell your boss, Robot? You failed? Because they're looking at you. This was your op, Robot. That's why you kept pushing back your lives and not going back, because you were trying to get that right moment timed where you could get those people sent to where I work and film the Jaguar Wright show that apparently you guys are trying to stop, even though you don't talk about it. So let me give you a little lesson. You guys went to Acme and you got all of your little explosives and all of your little booby traps and your snares and your this and your that. And you thought you would set up a beautiful trap. And then the next thing you know, I pop up at a rest stop going somewhere I know nobody knows. Not even the women on this panel know. Could not a one of them tell you where I am? Am I lying?
Hell no.
Figure out what the heck was they talking about.
The less we know, the better.
It's crazy how they stalk you.
Yeah, we're not stalkers and we're not nosy. We don't give no fuck about what you got going on in your life like that.
Y'all went all the way down there to Acme and y'all spent all of y'all super chat and your cash app to put together this lovely booby trap for the road runner. And guess what? I just popped up at a rest stop. Me.
I wonder if they fed their babies with some of that super chat change that they got left.
I don't know, but what I will say is I love a good Sabbath miracle. And I just had to get online and I had to share it with all of y'all as my testimony. The troll farm just failed. They had one job to do. They had a spy living up underneath us. They had spies around us. They tried to get new mod mole infiltrators. They've tried to do a lot. And all that blew up in your faces on Ralph's channel. And it did not. I'ma find Jaguar Wright and I'ma make sure she gets arrested. Why?
Right.
Why? Why do y'all want to epic fail? Epic fail. And now the person that employs you is all seeing how irrelevant you are. You had one job to do.
One.
Get Jag. That was your job. Get Jag. Look at how y'all let Ra's al Ghul down.
If anything, you the road runner and they trying to catch you. Shit. They can't.
I think they just proved that this morning, didn't they? See that, Danny? You get dumber and dumber by the day.
Oh yes, child.
It must kill you that without all of your spies and all of your liars and all of your little weirdo friends, y'all are having a hard time making your stories stick. Matter of fact, they keep collapsing. Y'all mad at Maggie? We're about to find 3 more. Maggie could use a little help in the sector.
Absolutely.
I mean, don't get me wrong, she's excellent at what she does, but for crying out loud, she can't do it all by herself. We need 3 more content creators. Who's going to
There's
step up?
1,000 of them. There's 1,000 of them.
And guess
3 of
what?
us will be good.
There were tens of thousands of Xerxes'
Yeah.
army when
Mm-hmm.
they came to get the
Mm-hmm.
Spartans.
Mm-hmm.
Tens of thousands was their army. And Leonidas and 299 other Spartan soldiers linked arms and fought. Did they die at the hands of 100,000 arrows? Yes.
They still fought.
But it took 100,000 to take down 300. And there were
Mm-hmm.
thousands more home where that came from. If they struggled to take down 300, imagine what would have happened if the whole Spartan force had showed up. But they wanted to make sure home was protected and safe. 300 men went out into the world to fight an army of over 100,000. And they took down 2/3 of the army before they were stopped.
Mm.
We don't need a lot. We need effective. We don't need a lot. We need dedicated. We don't need a lot. We need strong. We need Spartans. Maggie's a Spartan.
Mm.
And the reason why I love Maggie's approach is I'm more Leonidas. I'm very much so Leonidas. Please give me a message and let me kick you off the edge of the cliff. This is Sparta. I didn't
Serious.
ask you to come tell me anything.
Mm-hmm.
But see, Maggie, she brings the emissary in and she sits them
Mm-hmm.
down. It's very diplomatic.
Mm-hmm.
Very Secretary of State demeanor.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. And then every now and then, Maggie let me have some fun.
Exactly. But I need
Mm-hmm.
to pump the messenger with all the information that they don't even know that they're giving me.
Oh, I love it.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. I love it.
They're gonna
If
always
this
give me everything.
if this is what if this is the struggle y'all are having with just the small force of us that there are, imagine when our numbers grow.
Right.
Gonna be shitting bricks.
Now, what I don't want y'all to think is that Maggie's relationship and mine is so special that I wouldn't do the same for anybody else who wants to come forward. I believe in supporting the content creators that mod for me and that work for me,
Mm-hmm.
work with me. I appreciate that. And guess what? Look at Maggie's channel. She did exactly what I told her to do. And look at her channel.
Mm-hmm.
She ain't had to lie on nobody and make no fake phone calls to the police and create fake victim stories to did it. She just stuck to the
Mm-mm.
work. See, Ayasha, do you remember? And see, this is a great time to bring up this conversation. Do you remember, Ayasha, right before the departure of the old mods,
Mm-hmm.
when I asked everybody to define what they brought to the team?
Right.
Are you really supporters or are you fans? And
Right.
that's what I meant when I brought up the whole t-shirt
The jersey.
thing.
Right.
And it wasn't a t-shirt, it was a jersey.
Mm-hmm.
And it was very simple. You have a team. Some people, they buy their jerseys at the souvenir shop to support. And some people are given jerseys because they're out on the field winning games, or at least working to try to win games. And I asked everybody on our team, which one do you have? Do you have a jersey that was bought or one that was given to you? It's a great question. How do you see yourself?
Exactly.
And guess what? None of them could answer.
Right. They started talking about, oh, she said if we don't have a shirt, we're not a part of. Listen.
Always crying, always victimizing themselves.
Always crying. Like, go sign up for the water boy position.
I haven't even bought a shirt, but I understood the metaphor, and I know my place. I know my position. You know?
Ayasha, your jersey was handmade for you. You are my greatest internet success story. I watched you for months. I watched you, Ayasha. Is she the real thing? Is she the real deal? And then I started hearing you hit links and get on panels. And I said, huh. And I still remember the first time we talked. I was at my godmother's house in DeSoto.
Yep. Matter of fact, it was in August. It was right before you got swatted.
I know. And they were trying to run you off then.
Yep. Not. Yeah.
They were trying to run you off then.
So many times they tried to run me off and put me in situations that make it seem like I'm trying to set you up, or you trying
They tried to frame you with that PayPal nonsense.
Remember the phone call? So call your niece.
Oh, yeah. They lied and called the police and sent them to the condo in Vegas and said they were Ayasha. And said that I was erratic and out of my mind. And the only reason that I couldn't file charges is because they called it in on 311 and not on 911. See, 311 is not considered emergency. So you're not considered breaking the law. But when you call 911 and call in something, see, they know the rules just a little bit too good. And yep, sure did. I have the recording still.
Yeah. Yeah, you do.
I put it up online. And then the robot terminated my channel so nobody would hear it. Like, y'all so used to cheating. Y'all don't know what it's like to have to play by the rules.
They'll download it. They'll keep it for your channel.
Yeah, they'll keep it for yourself, and then they'll put it up on the screen, and then they'll mute it, and they'll talk a bunch of crap about it and play the same image over and over again until people fall for it. I want somebody to produce one receipt that does not come from the troll farm, that proves I'm a liar. Something that comes from something legitimate, nothing from YouTube. If y'all can't bring a receipt to legitimately prove me a liar, then you've proved nothing at all. And the truth is nobody's proved anything. Just because I don't care what you say, you're a liar. You're a liar. I don't care what you say. That a real. That you didn't get an award. That's fake. That's fake. Your name isn't on it. That didn't happen. You didn't go to Mar-a-Lago. That's not. Odell took this picture with his own camera, and you calling police lying on me? Shame on you. Really? Shame on you. It's mind-boggling. All all of the debunking that they like to do. And nobody has said anything about the Jaguar Wright show or the Tammy Wallace story. Y'all don't want to review that? I don't understand. Y'all love proving me a liar. Y'all love go right. That's what you live for. Y'all won't touch that Tammy Wallace story. Will you? Y'all more interested in Ada. Tammy Wallace, real life survivor, right there on the Jaguar Wright show. I dare any of y'all to prove she's not. See, y'all not gonna talk about it because y'all don't want nobody to know about it. Y'all don't want to say anything bad about it because saying anything at all would promote people to go and see it for themselves. It's wild. All of y'all out there suffering, struggling, looking for content. Y'all ain't even touched that. Very telling.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all want to talk about everything else but what's real. Magic, you get ready to go live.
Yes, I am.
We got how many people? About 500 people over here. Now, I don't know how many of y'all have subscribed to Maggie the Black Owl's channel, but I hope that you do because part 2 of this conversation, I got a feeling, is going to start over there and it's going to be a deep dive. Maggie is
Yes.
so good at deep dives.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I had a little
Madge,
fun. Mm-hmm.
drop it. Let us know if you dropping the link. I'm gonna pop back over. I need to get in the hot tub,
Oh, okay.
so
So
I'll
yes,
probably be popping
everyone
in
will
for a
be
while.
on in like 30 minutes.
Oh, fabulous. Well, ladies, do you have any final thoughts for today?
I just have to say that even though they try the hardest to make it seem like you have no friend and you don't have a fiance, you don't have anything. The only thing that they're proving is that they are really miserable and lonely people while you are thriving.
Do you know, to hear you say that I'm thriving
Mm-hmm.
is a great compliment. I appreciate that.
You
Thank
are.
you, Maggie.
Your light is shining through, and they're trying
Mm-hmm.
their hardest to make it not work, but
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah. And like I said from the beginning, you've always
Mm-hmm.
and always won, regardless of what they do.
Well,
All I know is that I am so proud of you guys. I know I say it all the time, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm just proud of y'all.
Yeah.
Y'all are amazing. Y'all are wonderful. They're mad as shit. They're bald headed. Fuck them. You can't win over here. Matter of fact, if you step too close, I hope you get burned straight in the
Mm-hmm.
face. Other than that, y'all keep being amazing. I'm just proud of you guys, for real.
You too.
and before we go, there's one last thing that I have to do. You're more than just a member. You're more than just a friend. You're more than just a 60-year-old wonderful woman of man. Our girl Margie, it's her 60th birthday. You guys ready? All right, here it comes,
Hey,
man. Yo, you better be ready, Margie.
happy birthday, Margie.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday Dear Margie, happy birthday to you. All right, now everybody together. Happy birthday to you.
Hallelujah.
Happy
Happy
birthday
birthday
to you.
to ya.
Happy birthday. Oh, we love you, Margie. And we'll see
Yeah.
everybody over part 2 at Margie's house. And do
Peace.
yourself a favor. This isn't who country. This is why country. We'll
Yeah.
see y'all later. We out. Bye.